Hello, darlings. Welcome to Z-Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama updates. This week, on the September finale of Advocate Anjali, hearts are tested, secrets explode, and danger lurks everywhere. Anjali fights to protect Aman and prove her marriage against all odds. You don't want to miss a single moment. Like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more sizzling updates. Let's dive in. September 24th, 2025. The episode begins with Anjali requesting the judge to schedule the next court hearing, assuring that she will prove the conspiracy against herself and Abhay. The judge sets a date and adjourns the court. Raghav questions Sonia about how she knows the details of the Cinder Dawn ritual. Sonia points to Anjali, revealing that Anjali had told her, and makes a sarcastic comment. Anjali retorts, confidently telling Raghav that she will win the case and bring Aman to court when the time is right. Raghav responds with a sharp remark. Sapna and Abhay meet Anjali at the court. Abhay praises Anjali for her performance as a lawyer, saying this is probably why he fell in love with her. Anjali, avoiding the topic, tells Abhay she doesn't want to discuss it and walks away. Sapna calls out to her, but Anjali leaves without responding. Lost in thought, Anjali remembers Aman confessing his love for her and quietly admits to herself that she loves him too. Sapna approaches Anjali and says it would have been nice if Aman were with them for the occasion. Anjali dreams of celebrating Holi with Aman. Pradeep and Stepney try to apply color to her, but she stops them, saying she won't celebrate until Aman recovers. She vows to play Holi with Aman in a way they'll cherish forever once he gets better, then leaves. Meanwhile, Chandraman arrives at the Rajput mansion with holy gifts and wishes Jeannie a happy Holi. He acknowledges the somber mood in the house due to Aman's condition, but reassures Jeannie that Aman will recover, as Kavya is caring for him tirelessly. Chandraman calls Abhay and advises him to apologize if he's made a mistake. He hands the phone to Jeannie, who wishes Abhay a happy Holi and asks why he hasn't wished her back. She accuses him of being with Anjali, but Abhay firmly tells her not to speak ill of Anjali. He reminds Jeannie that when even his own family doubted him, Anjali stood by his side and fought for him. Frustrated, Abhay tells Jeannie he hates her and ends the call. Chandraman consoles Jeannie, encouraging her to pray to the goddess for things to improve. Jeannie prays with hope that Abhay will return to her. September 25th, 2025. This episode starts with Yuvraj lashing out at Bhajan because he gave a case that could be closed easily, but Anjali is taking another court date. Bhajan asks Yuvraj what the problem is if Anjali takes another date. Yuvraj says if Anjali takes more time, Aman will get better, and if Aman testifies in favor of Abhay and Anjali, the case will be over. Bhajan agrees and says they have to make sure Aman doesn't reach the court. Yuvraj tells Bhajan not to worry, as he already has a plan. He says since it is election time, if his father's party and the rival party fight and barge into the hospital accidentally, a riot can occur. In the chaos, some goons can kill Aman. Bhajan says it is not that easy, reminding Yuvraj that they are going against Anjali, and no one knows what she will do next. Yuvraj asks Bhajan to share the plan with Chandraman, saying he has many people who can get the job done. Bhajan agrees. Anjali talks to Aman, who is lying unconscious on the bed. She tells him that the Rajput family was humiliated yesterday in court. She says Raghav is really angry with her because he never lost a case before but lost to her. Anjali tells Aman she needs him and asks him to wake up. Kavya arrives and argues with Anjali, asking what she's doing there. She tells Anjali that Aman will get better and go home, and if anyone puts Cinder in Aman's name, it will be her and not Anjali. They argue. Nivedita and Sadhika enter Aman's room and also argue with Anjali, blaming her for the loss of the Rajput family's reputation. They tell her that no matter what, she is not the daughter-in-law of their family. Anjali insists she hasn't done anything wrong. They respond that the court will decide. Anjali says she will win the case and leaves. Bhajan shares his plan with Vinod. He says Chandraman's party people will stab Vinod and get him admitted to the same hospital as Aman. Then a riot will happen, and during the chaos, Vinod will go into Aman's room and do what is necessary. Vinod protests, saying it's illegal. Bhajan admits it is, but says he has no choice, as he has fallen into Yuvraj's trap. Anjali tells Munna that he will be set free today and that Vidyut Kashyap will keep an eye on him. Once Vinod comes to attack him, she will catch Vinod and bring him to court. Then she will win the case easily. Raghav looks at Aman on the hospital bed and blames Anjali for his condition. He vows not to spare her. He calls Sapna and says his family is breaking ties with Anjali. Sapna asks how he can do that, reminding him that Anjali has married Aman. Raghav says neither he nor his family accepts that marriage. Raghav says because of Anjali, Aman is fighting for his life, and Abhay has gone off somewhere. Sapna tells him that Abhay is right in front of her eating food. Raghav is upset to hear this. September 26, 2025. This episode starts with Raghav telling Sapna that because of her daughter, Aman is in the hospital, and they don't know where Abhay is. Sapna repeats that Abhay is in her home eating. Raghav is surprised and asks what he's eating. Sapna says they're feeding him their food. Raghav mocks their food and tells her not to feed it to Abhay, saying he'll order food for his son. Sapna replies that Abhay is eating their food wholeheartedly and tells Raghav to talk to him if he doesn't believe it. Raghav asks Abhay over the phone what he is eating. Abhay says roti and vegetables. Raghav tells him not to eat that food and reminds him that he is the son of Raghav Singh Rajput. Abhay replies that the food tastes great because it is cooked with emotion, something he's never experienced before. Raghav takes offense and ends the call. Pradeep asks Anjali where she's going. She says to court. Pradeep tells her there's a big political fight happening and shows her the news. Anjali sees the riot news and notices that Vinod has been injured. She recalls that the closest hospital to the riot is where Aman is staying and suspects something is wrong. She rushes to the hospital. Vinod and some goons arrive at the hospital, demanding that Vinod be admitted there. The doctor refuses, saying they don't admit emergency patients. The goons start fighting the staff. Vinod and his men enter Aman's room and take him out. The doctor tries to stop them, but Vinod threatens him with a gun and knocks him into the wall before leaving with Aman. Anjali reaches Aman's room and learns from the doctor that he's been taken away. Chandraman calls Vinod to check if the plan succeeded. Vinod confirms it did. Chandraman is pleased and ends the call. As Vinod and the goons prepare to put Aman in the ambulance, Anjali arrives, beats them up, and calls Chandraman, taunting him. She sees Vinod trying to stab Aman and stops the knife with her bare hand. Pankaj and the police arrive and arrest Vinod and his men. Pankaj later apologizes to Anjali for misunderstanding her and admits his mistake. Vidyut asks what should be done about Vinod. Anjali asks Pankaj to leave Vinod to her. He agrees and gives her his phone before leaving. September 27th, 2025. The episode starts with Vidyut bringing Vinod to Anjali. Anjali beats up Vinod and asks him from whom he has taken money to kill Aman. Vinod says he hasn't taken any money. Anjali comments on Vinod. Chandraman calls Bhajan and asks him to go to the police station and bail Vinod, saying the cops have caught him. Bhajan gets upset hearing this and leaves for the police station. Anjali points a gun at Vinod's head and asks him to tell the truth, or else she will kill him. Vinod agrees to give his testimony. Bhajan arrives at the police station and asks Pankaj where Vinod is, saying he wants to bail him out. Anjali approaches Bhajan and tells him he is a little late. Vinod has already given his testimony. Bhajan says, "So what?" and argues that many criminals have given testimony under police torture. Anjali comments on Bhajan and criticizes him. Vidyut suggests Bhajan not to mess with Anjali. Bhajan gets a call from Chandraman. Anjali answers the call and comments on Chandraman Thakur, then leaves. Raghav, Ashana, and Sanya arrive at the hospital. They speak to the hospital administrator and nurse, and learn that Anjali put her life on the line to save Aman when he was abducted by Vinod and his goons. Sanya asks Raghav if he still thinks Anjali is responsible for the attack on Aman. She also asks if he still believes there is an affair between Anjali and Abhay. Ashana asks Sonia to stop questioning Raghav and reminds her that Raghav is their elder. Sonia replies that even elders can make mistakes. She tells Raghav that because he is fighting this case, their family is falling apart. If he continues, it will only be because of his ego. Sonia pleads with Raghav to call Anjali and end everything. Raghav calls Anjali but ends the call before speaking. Sonia asks what happened, and Raghav says he will not believe Anjali is innocent until it is proven in court. Anjali visits Yuvraj in prison and comments on him. She informs Yuvraj that Vinod has been captured, then leaves. Raghav asks Bhajan if he knows that Vinod tried to abduct Aman, and Anjali saved him. Bhajan says it's just a drama to prove her innocence, and claims Abhay is involved in the ploy to help Anjali. Jeannie also comments to Raghav about Anjali and Abhay's relationship. Just then, Anjali calls Raghav. That's a wrap, fam. Thank you for always supporting Z Star Africa. See you in the next. Much love.